Ready?
Steady.
Hi, friends.
Hi.
I'm Maddie.
I'm Christen.
And this is the We Share Needles podcast.
Yay!
Episode 43.
Yay, us.
Yay, us.
This is a knitting podcast, so if you're new here, hi, hello, welcome. We're about to talk about some knitting.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we do other crafting. Most of the time, it's just knitting. Like 99%
99%
of
of
the
the time. Just knitting for me today. Yep.
Yeah. I've got barely any knitting even, so...
You knit a lot. You just didn't... It's like a lot on one project, right?
True.
You did a lot on one project. I just finished up a bunch of ones that were like almost done. And then
True.
a couple...
You have so much.
Well, I mean, one pair was start to finish.
It's
but anyway.
okay. I was talking to someone else and I said, when I don't have a lot of knitting, we just call it the Maddie Show. It's happened several times.
It does happen. I just had a lot of knitting time. My life this week was knitting time. So I finished some things. So that's exciting.
If you guys are new here, all of our links to our socials are down below. We have a Ravelry group, and we do like giveaways and knit-alongs and stuff, which we have a giveaway today for the We Share Needles sock set. What's today? Sunday, September 18th.
And we're not giving away the sock set. We're giving away prizes from the sock set knit-along. Because Kimber's Cozy Creation dyed the We Share Needles sock set for us. And we did a summer-long knit-along for any projects, knit, crochet, whatever you do, using that yarn for any project. And we're going to draw winners for that today.
Yay!
Yay! Do we want to do that at the top or the bottom?
Well, we can do that at the bottom since you're knitting.
Yeah, I'm
at the
finishing
end.
my row.
Okay, so the way we do things here is we start with finished objects.
Usually.
Do you have any?
I have a lot.
I have 0.
No finished objects?
Literally
okay.
Nothing.
I have a few stitches left in this row because otherwise it will drop all these stitches.
Okay.
So I'm going to
You
chat
guys
till
want to
then.
see what's inside my mom's pumpkin?
Gosh, is it candy?
Oh, we're at my house today, which we usually film at Maddie's in the yarn room, but today we're at my house and you might hear dogs and cats running around. That's normal and cool. It's normal and cool.
Normal and cool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I finished lots of things. Okay, so my biggest finished object. I finished my Diaphonous Raglan.
It's so good.
Look at it.
It's so good. Look at these pretty sleeves.
Yes.
You can't see me through both, but...
No. It's not really see-through even with just one. It's a little, I mean, it's see-through-ish, but not clear as day. So this is a pattern by Jessie Maed. I knit mine in Suburban Stitcher, Slub, and Mohair, both in the colorway Boardwalk. The pattern is written with like 3 or 4 different sleeve variations. I did the bishop sleeve with the mohair held on its own, held single on the whole sleeve. And then I ran out of yarn. So when I got to wherever I started the cuff, I ran out of mohair. I did the sleeves first, so I ran out of mohair. So my bottom ribbing and my neckline are both just slub held double. And it's a little shorter than I would have made it if I'd had more yarn, but it actually looks really good. I wore it a couple times to work, so, because it was cool last week. It's not anymore. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. I love this. I love it a lot. I plan to knit more. I already have yarn in my cart from Knit Picks for a black one, just with black fingering and black mohair, and I think that would be so wearable. And this is my Rhinebeck sweater, so it's done, and that's really exciting. Then I just have some assorted little projects. Last week, I think it was last week, I was scrolling through Ravelry and came across this Sophie Scarf by PetiteKnit, and it just reminded me of Christen's mom. So I knit a Sophie Scarf. This is in Arkansas Yarn Co. Yummy Plush in the colorway Cast Iron Skillet. The pattern's written in DK, so I held fingering double because I don't own DK. Okay, so this pattern...
That's a Yummy Sparkle.
Yeah, this is Yummy Sparkle. This pattern, I read, like, all the project pages. I read the pattern page to figure out how much yarn I was going to need, and everything said the large size, which is this, which is intended to either double wrap... I think it's over there.
Where's Peg?
Oh. Peg! Peggy!
Sorry, hunting for my dog.
Peggy!
Let me go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there she is.
Just making sure she didn't get in my room.
Yeah. Good call.
Sorry. Anyway,
You're totally
holding
fine.
double.
Yes, I had double. But all the patterns said that the large only used like 45 grams. This used 70 grams. And I also knit a small and it used every inch of 50 grams.
Is the pattern meant for fingering held double?
But the yardage is the same when you double it.
Really?
That shouldn't matter. I used so much more. Like a small, I got like halfway through the second side and was about to run out of yarn. So I had to frog back and start my decreasing earlier on the small so I wouldn't run out of yarn. So this is not even to pattern. But anywho, they're really cute. It's intended to be worn either like around the neck as an ascot, or you can tie it around like your head as a headband. And this one's for Christen's mom.
So cute.
Yay! And then I knit a small one for myself, which I just had tied on the handle of a tote bag in like a little bow, and it was really, really cute. So that was just a fun, quick project.
It's so cute. I like the colors on that one.
Yeah, this is Harbor Fibers. I don't remember the colorway.
She's good.
She doesn't dye anymore, which is really sad. But I got these year before last. I had a Harbor Fibers advent calendar and then ordered a bunch of her sock sets after that. But she's no longer dyeing.
I hope she comes back. She commented on one of my projects I used using her yarn on Ravelry and was like, I love to see it knit up. I'm like, I hope she comes back.
Yeah, that would be great. Okay, so I have those. I have 3 more things. I finished a hat.
Yay!
This one's a Musselburgh. I'm going to put it on my head.
Ow,
Everybody always loves them on the head.
Come
so
here.
that's it, like folded up. I love the Musselburgh. Peggy. Goodness. This is the adult medium. I can't remember the yarn. It's in my project page and on my Instagram. I don't remember the yarn at all. But I cast this on for movie knitting like last month, and I knit on it during 2 movies and then finished it up last week. So yeah, the Musselburgh hat's just knit as a long tube, where you cast on a small amount and then increase up and knit in it and then decrease down. I love it. I don't think I have anything else to say about that.
We've knit so many Musselburghs, so if you're not new here.
Yeah. I love a Musselburgh.
We do love a
I
Musselburgh.
put yarn in a bag. It's actually the only other thing, one of the only whips I brought with me was to cast on a new Musselburgh. So that guy's finished. This is just going to go in my basket to gift at the holidays, probably to one of my sister-in-laws, but all the Musselburghs I make now are pretty much just intended to be gifted, and I'll figure out who they're gifted to when I feel like it. So there's that, and then I have 2 pairs of socks, and then I'm done talking. Peggy.
Yeah, she scratched me.
I feel like I've been rambling.
No, you're fine. I don't have anything.
Weird when you don't have anything.
I know. Should I do more commentary? Okay.
Right. Chime in, gosh.
Sorry.
Okay, so I finished this pair of Journey socks. These are in Happy Mermaid Yarn Co. in the Summer Sock Camp colorway. Did these to pattern. Obviously the contrast heel, except for I had just a couple grams left of this yellow. I knit both heels, and then I split what I had of the yellow left in half. And it was just a couple grams per sock. So I knit until I got tired of knitting, and then I added in the yellow strips. I think I did like 5 rows yellow, 5 green, 5 yellow, and then started the toe. And it worked out perfectly that way. So I really like them. I think it adds a little interest. These are just for me. These are on my Knitting Left sock blockers. She doesn't make these anymore. I'm sorry.
Not like this. She still does do blockers.
Yeah.
They're just not the same.
Not the same. I knit these. The pattern only has one size, so it's 64 stitches, and it's on a US 1 2.25 millimeter needle. I think my next pair of journeys I will do a 0, just because it is only one size. Or I could, even though the pattern's only written for 64 stitches, I could just only increase to 60, and I would have slightly less space here for my foot, but it would be narrower, which would probably fit better. So I might just cast on another pair to play with how to do that better.
So I've knit this once, and I had thought, there's no way my ankles are too big for that size for her to be correct.
Yeah.
So I knit more in this space here before the increases start, to give myself more room in the ankle, and I did way too much.
Yeah.
So then it was huge and loose, and I was like, well, that's stupid. So the next one I was like, I'm just going to do it to pattern and see how that fits. And I was correct. It did not fit. So
that has to be
one,
a middle ground. Like, you knit too much extra.
Yeah, I did. I knit an inch extra. I probably needed a quarter or half an inch.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
I've knit this is my 6th pair of Journeys, and I just knit them to pattern. I like them. My husband likes them. I've done a pair for my mom now too. So yeah, it's one of those. I think it's worth trying because they're really quick knit, and it's a little different. Has a lot of interest. I feel like you cast on, you get through the heel, and then you get through the increases, and then you're in the round, and then you're only in the round for a few inches before the toe. So they're just
that's a really
motivating. It's a good one. And then I also cast on and finished my Desert Vista Dyeworks socks for September. I decided to do Scrappy socks because I wanted to do DK because I wanted them to go really fast. So I picked 2 stripes that I had from Desert Vista Dyeworks, and I caked them up so I could hold it double where they would match. So it'd be like holding pink and pink and purple, or whatever it was. And then I did 1 cuff, like, so this is my color A or whatever, the first one, this is color B. I don't remember the colorways. I didn't even write them down. So I did like the solid cuff in one color, but then I did helical knitting. So the stripes kind of fade within one another because it's the 2 stripings together. So I did helical. I did a random Desert Vista Dyeworks mini for the heel, and then I did the solid again for the toe. So they are fraternal twins because they have different cuffs and heels and toes, but I mean, they're very obviously a pair. And I paid no attention to them matching whatsoever, obviously. But I think they're fun. They were a really quick knit because they were DK. I did 48 stitches. I did 15 rows of 2x2 cuff. I used a US 3 needle. I did 40 rows on the leg, a standard heel flap and gusset, and then I did 50 rows on the foot. I don't think I have anything else about those.
They're really cool looking. I like the concept. Yeah, it definitely, like, they look like they don't match, but then they also match.
Yeah, exactly. They're different, but they also are obviously the same vibe.
Yeah.
They were really interesting to do. I like the way the stripes kind of gradiated.
I think this section's my favorite because it's like here you can see the 2 different, but here they look like one giant section.
Yeah, exactly. It's really interesting. I like seeing, because they all kind of played together in different spots. Mm-hmm. Like this one, of course, you have like a whole yellow and black section, and you don't have any of that, like the yellows with a speckle on this one. So just shows everything off differently.
Interesting.
Those are just for me. I cleaned out my sock drawer last week and gave several pairs of socks away. I sent my little brother home with like 2 pairs that were a little too big for me, and I've just been sorting through. So now I have some extra room in my sock drawer for myself, which is fun. That's everything I finished.
If you guys can hear the snoring, it is my other dog.
Dogs everywhere.
I don't know if you can, but if you can, he's like behind the camera snoring. So
that's really funny.
Hank. So that was a lot of FOs.
That was a lot of FOs. That's all of them though. This is a hoe. I'm just putting it on our walker.
A little hoe? I don't even have a hoe. Well, I have basically an almost finished object.
Yeah. I'll just jump into that. These are my Gilmore Girls socks. Leah loves to knit on Instagram. Is doing a Gilmore Girls knit along. Mm-hmm. It's like the hashtag is knit people knit Cal 2022, I think, something like that. So it's any pattern or yarn or anything that you can convince her is Gilmore Girls themed. And this yarn is Night Owl Fibers in the colorway Life and Death Brigade, which is obviously a Gilmore Girls colorway.
It's so long.
I made these very tall. I love them.
Mm-hmm.
I think I did a 70 row leg. So these are did a 20 row cuff, 70 row leg. These are 60 stitches on a US 1, 2.25 millimeter. Again, heel flap and gusset. Mm-hmm. I don't know how many rows on the foot. Doesn't really matter. It's different for everyone.
They looked so short when you were knitting these ones. These ones are the ones that I was like, that looks so tiny, but you were like measuring inches and it was correct.
And they fit. So it's like,
it's crazy.
They do look very short. I don't know what's up with that. I love them. They're really, really fun. I started these and knit the leg during a movie. I saw 3,000 Years of Longing and I hated it. And the movie was so incredibly boring and confusing that I didn't even knit very much. I only knit 70 rows in the whole movie, which is like half what I normally do. I got up and went to the bar twice because I was at a movie theater that had a bar. So I just did that instead of watching this terrible movie. So when I got out and realized I had 70 rows, I just decided, hey, I'll just make those heel flap and gusset instead of afterthought. And I have cast on the second, and
that's a good colorway.
It's on the leg. I love it. These are for me also.
You get those from Arkansas Yarn Co?
Yes, I did.
I like this too.
Yeah, my cozy. That's from Aquila.
This is a ball beanie.
I love it. It's just such a good style. I love how Aquila's ball beanies are so tall. And who did you get them from?
The Naughty Knittress.
Yes, Naughty Knittress are the same, where they're just very tall, so it like holds everything in really well. And because it's so tall, it can stretch out a lot to accommodate a lot of different sizes of cakes while still being tall enough for the cake. And I just fold it down and have my yarn right there. And I love it.
Cinches it good.
It does. It cinches it in so well.
So good.
Yeah, so that's my only pair of socks on the needle. This one sock is my only sock on the needles.
I only have one pair of socks on the needles
Crazy.
too.
Who are we?
We're just different girls.
I'm getting ready for the pigskin party.
Same.
I'm trying to have empty needles so I can cast on
needles.
new stuff for the pigskin, other than my blanket. So I can cast on new stuff. And then I'm also trying to have empty needles for the West Knits in Cal, because I want focus on that. I want like a hat, a sock, and that shawl. And that's it. That's my new rotation. Okay, I talked a lot. I'm going to shut up for the rest of the episode.
No, you're not. 'Cause I have nothing to say. It'll be very short. I guess I'll show you my one socks, because this is one of the 2 projects I'm showing you. I was going to say I brought, but this is my house.
Yeah, I was about to say, you brought out here.
Okay, so I started these socks like weeks ago now. At this point, this is from leftovers of my my shawl that I knit, my test knit shawl, which is the September Grace shawl. But I'm knitting the pattern that you wrote that has a name. Yes, the string of hearts socks. And I'm only like 1 repeat into the cables and stuff like that. And there were cables on my cardigan that I'm knitting as well. So I was very over it. So I put it down. But I love how it's knitting up the Bahama Mama. It's really pretty.
That's fun.
I don't know actually if this is Bahama Mama or Hot Tropics. I can't remember. But I'm also using this twice sheared sheep. Is that what it's called? Twice sheared sheep row counter.
I think so.
That I got at Arkansas Yarn Co. And I love it because I put this down like a week and a half ago. And if I had picked it up right now, I would have no clue where I was. But I know I'm on the 2nd row of the 10 row repeat because I have my little marker here and it's really cute and I like it. So
love it.
It's also in my car knitting bag by Barley Pearls.
We love that bag.
Love that bag.
Barley Pearls is so sweet. Just love them, and their bags are so good.
Okay, so that's that.
Yeah, that's that. I have one other whip, and then I have a planned cast on, and I have purchases.
I have one other whip, and I also have purchases.
So there's that, and then we'll have chatter.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go first with my shawl?
Yeah, go for it. Let's show that big ass shawl.
This is my travel mode 2.0. I love this shawl so much. And after our last podcast, Christen and I sat down and made plans to both finish our goals for September. So her plan was to finish her Uchi sweater, and mine was to finish this shawl and my Diaphonous Raglan. So instead of doing them like concurrently, I decided to power through my Diaphonous last week and then spend the rest of the month on my travel mode. So now I'm at the point with my travel mode where as long as I do 1 section a day, I'll finish by the end of the month. And I'm 3 days ahead. So that's all really exciting and I'm loving it. This is a pattern by So Soon Knits, Suzanne Summers, and it's so good.
Can you show it this way? Can
Yes.
I hold up your needles?
Yeah, they should be good.
Okay.
It's, oh my goodness.
I'm gonna be upset another way, but here we go.
It's so good.
It's so good. And this is the halfway point where she's at right now, right?
Yeah, like
so
this is halfway. One of
Yeah.
these triangles got me to halfway, so I'm over half now. So
And
now
just
everything
basically
is
mirror
mirrored.
itself. Yeah.
So this is another way I can show it kind of all in one. Let me do that.
Interesting.
So that's where I'm at. That's what I have left, is just to make it line up. And then there's a border. I believe I have to get a really, really long cable, and I think I pick up the entire perimeter of the thing and knit the border. Either that or like knit one side, then one side. I don't know. It looked like the whole perimeter, which is interesting. But I'm here for it. I love it. I'm using a US 5 needle. I love my gauge. Barber cords are a must for this pattern. The pattern has you slipping every at the end of every row, like slipping all the stitches onto an extra needle and setting it aside. Excuse me, that would be torture. Barber cords are amazing. I just love it. I could go on about it forever. I don't even know what else to say. My yarns, I have them all in my float tote here. But I'm just going to point it out on the shelf because that one is there. I'm so tired today. This one is Stress Knits in I Smell Snow. This is Mace of Skeins. I believe the colorway is Pumpkin Spice. My navy here is Boyfriend Jeans from Arkansas Yarn Co. on her signature plush base. This variegated is Old Rusted Chair. And my blue, or my teal, I don't remember the teal. Gosh, that's gonna bother me. It's all on my Ravelry page.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love it so much. So I'm on section 20 right now. Today's the 18th, so I'm ahead. And I plan to knit some more. I'm off work tomorrow. I'm off on Mondays. So my plan tomorrow is to knit on this even more. And tonight, tomorrow, all that. Hopefully have it done really, really soon. That's all I have to say about it.
It's beautiful.
I just love it
We
so
love
much.
So, you had made your plan for me as well.
Did.
Last time we filmed was on Monday. It was Labor Day, which feels like a million years ago, honestly.
Literally, so much has happened.
So long ago. And so I had not cast this on yet, but I was about to.
So you guys haven't seen this at all.
Uchi cardigan. This is my Uchi cardigan. This is one of the sleeves. So it's in parts.
This is a whole cardigan.
This is one of the sleeves, and it is done. I have to block them, and then I have to seam everything together. And then this is the weirdest freaking construction, but also really cool. Can you hold that?
Yes,
this
I can.
part for me?
Sorry, I scratched
It's
you.
okay.
Oh.
So the sleeves get sewed in here, obviously, and then I get to pick up all the way around, including the top of the sleeve.
Okay.
And then across and all that for the ribbing. And I'm calling it the button band, but there's no buttons. It's
Your
open.
fabric feels amazing.
It is.
This
So
yarn
this
is so nice.
Lion Brand Trubu in the colorway Cameo, or maybe it's Cameo, I think.
Yo, this is like buttery soft. Like this
So
is
soft.
so good.
But I have to block it so that it's like completely ready
Look
to be
at your
seamed.
lace. Oh my gosh.
I know. So let's hold it up a little closer. It's lace and cables. It's
Shut up.
crazy. And
This is so cool.
I'm well past my goal too. I've been done for a while. I could have finished the sleeves on like Thursday, because I had the other sleeve is on the needles right now.
But you didn't have mojo.
I lost all my mojo completely.
Yeah.
I knit a lot. I knit a lot on this damn sweater.
Yeah, you did.
And I was like, okay, I'm done. Like, I had so much, like, oomph to get past, and then I got into the stockinette and was bored. But, like, the lace was, like, flying by. We had, like, one repeat of 12 rows for the lace a day, basically, was what I was doing. And I finished, like, 3 in a day and then 3 in the next day. And I was like, oh, my God.
You're like, I'm done for the week.
I'm so good. Then I kept going, and then I was like, well, now I'm super bored.
Yeah.
And the sleeves are very easy, but
You just don't want to do them.
I have zero interest.
I did that last
wanna
week.
knit.
Last Saturday, I knit like 8 sections on this travel mode, and then I did not touch it again until yesterday. So I was glad I knit those 8 sections because I was still on track. But if I had knit on it through the week, it would be done. But it's fine. It'll be done by the end of the month. And that's what matters,
I
really.
just quit knitting. This
You're
is for
not
my
a knitter
mom's
anymore.
birthday. My mom's birthday's on the 28th. She's not even here. She left. So I won't get to give it to her on her birthday anyway.
She'll get it when she gets home.
She'll get it when she gets home. It's fine. And I'll know. And I'll send her a picture of it and be like, hey.
How long is she gone for?
2 weeks.
Okay, wow. It's a long trip.
Yeah. But yeah, that's basically all I knit. I knit a little bit on this sock, like literally 12 rows. And then I knit this whole thing other than one sleeve and the
That's a
ribbing,
lot.
which is a lot. And it's 5 rows of 1x1 ribbing along the whole thing. I think it's 500 and something stitches.
Oof, yeah. That's a lot.
It's a lot. So that'll take me quite a bit of time, and I just have zero energy in doing it. This is a sweater that, so I didn't alter anything except for slipping the first stitch of every row.
Yeah.
So it'll make seaming a little bit more easy, I hope.
Yeah.
Except
more
for that, the
enjoyable.
sleeves were knit on 4s, and it's not by row, it's by inches. So I could have a different stitch count to
Interesting.
seam. It's
That'll
fine.
be curious.
Because
You'll
I
be able
knit
to
the
do
rest
it.
on 6. Everything else is on a 6, and the sleeves are on a 4.
That's curious.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
So here's to hoping I figure it out and seam it.
You'll
But
figure it out. You're very adventurous.
I can do
with
it.
knitting.
I can do it. I just have to get some mojo. I'm obviously a little sick. I didn't want to put on my makeup today, so I look even sicker than I feel. But yeah, I had zero mojo. I didn't get to see you because you were so busy all week. You had crisis after crisis. And Jana's out of town and Jennifer's busy, so I was just like,
meh.
Yeah. And then I downloaded a video game like a dummy.
That's hilarious.
So I've
that's
been
what you
playing
did.
a video game, yeah.
What
But
video game have you been playing?
We can talk about later.
Okay.
It's kind of my whole personality right now.
Oh, I love
So
it.
it'll be in our
chatter.
section.
Love
Yeah.
it. Okay. I have purchases too. The only other thing I brought that I'm going to cast on is I threw a Musselburgh in a bag. This is a bag from my mom, Kelly E. McD, who just got an LLC for her business.
Yay!
So she's officially Art Reaching LLC, which has always been like her Art Reach thing. So that's exciting. I don't know if she'll revamp her website and all that stuff, but she's getting serious. Look what I'm gonna do.
Oh, you're finally doing it.
So
matching.
Literally a year and a half ago, 2 years ago probably actually, Jennifer Jen the Crafted Pearl and Christen purchased this yarn from Arkansas Yarn Co. and knit Musselburghs out of it. And then I felt left out, so I also purchased the yarn to knit a Musselburgh out of, and I caked it up, and here it has been caked up for 2 years. So
Ooh.
not great.
Not great. High twist.
Yeah. We'll see how that works out.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I threw it in this bag with my Musselburgh needles. These are my 2.5 millimeter needles. No, US 2.5 3 millimeter needles that I use for Musselburghs. And I plan to cast that on possibly today to have for vanilla knitting. Yeah. So that's all. But I'm going to do it. It's caked. It needs to be knit. Desperately.
And then we can plan a trip to Alabama.
Yeah, that's what's been holding us back. That's great.
I plan on casting on stuff for the pigskin party. It's my first year doing it.
I'll probably wait to cast on until the pigskin, actually.
I'm going to cast on my shifty. Oh, this was on my Make 9, by the way. So my shifty is the last thing I need to cast on for my Make 9. I have one other sweater on the needles that has not been touched in like a month and a half.
Yeah.
It's my colorwork sweater. So it's in there, and so is my Frank shawl, but I have not touched either of those. So, hopefully I pick them up this year. I do need to finish the colorwork sweater for sure. But the Frank shawl, maybe it'll be after the pigskin party that I touch that again.
Right.
I'm so bored by it.
My second Frank that I cast on, like right after I finished, I went ahead and frogged it. That way I could, because I had only done like this much, and I was like, no, I'm going to frog this, and then if I do it, it'll count for pigskin party.
That's nice.
Because I have until February.
Yeah.
So I probably won't cast that on. Maybe I'll do that for the new year. I don't know. But it's all in a bag. I like the yarn. But I also am loving the travel mode. So I could throw in a couple other skeins and just make another travel mode with it instead. So we'll see. All I have left on my Make 9, I have my Illuminate sweater. I have the West Knits Mal. And then I have to finish out the Desert Vista Dyeworks socks. And that's all. And I'll finish the shawl and I'll finish the socks, no problem. I plan to start the Illuminate as soon as I finish the West Knit shawl, and then knit the Illuminate sweater in November and December and have it done by the end of the year. So that's my plan.
You got it.
I think I will, as long as I decide I still want to.
I think you got it. Okay.
Yeah. So I bought some stuff. You bought some stuff.
We did. We went to Rich Mountain Fiber Co.
In Mina.
Do you want to talk about that one first?
Sure.
So our friend Missy owns Rich Mountain Fiber Co. Is that what it's called? Rich Mountain Fiber Co. And we drove far away.
2.5 hours there. 2.5 hours back.
Yes. There were 4 of us. Marietta and Jana. And we all went, and we had such a good day.
It was the best day.
It was such a good day.
I needed it so bad. We didn't leave super early. We got up. We got our Starbucks in the morning. We hit the road. We just had a great drive over. It's a beautiful drive. A little windy, but other than that, it was a beautiful drive. And then we went to a coffee shop down the street called the Washita's and had our lunch there and got our coffee, and then we were probably at Rich Mountain for 4 or 5 hours, and it was so fun. And we just knit and shopped, and it was really good.
Yeah.
It was a good day.
Ooh, I just nearly ripped my butt skin off on the floor. Is that too much information?
Your butt skin.
My butt skin.
Ow. That's awful. So, I'll go ahead and go, I suppose.
Yeah.
My sister-in-law, Gabby, sent me, or tagged me on something on Facebook last month for one of those pocket shawls that were really popular, like those crochet pocket shawls that are just the big rectangle with the pockets, and told me she wanted one. I will not be crocheting that, but I did pick up yarn to knit her one. So this is Uptown Worsted from Universal Yarns in the color Phantom Heather. So I got 5 skeins of this from Missy. This is I believe it's worsted. So I did a little mathing. I found a similar pattern on Ravelry for a pocket shawl and just looked at like her yardage for what she used. And I think my 5 skeins will be good. I'm going to find a needle I like and do a swatch and measure and make it up, because it's literally just a rectangle, but I do want to knit in the pockets like I did on the Montrealer sweater. How that hoodie pocket was done, I'm going to use that method for the pockets on the rectangle shawl, I think. Maybe. Or I might just knit garter and then sew on pockets. But so I got this yarn. I feel good about that because I want to knit that for Gabby for her birthday, which is early December. So I think I'll be able to get that done. I'm going to cast it on when the pigskin party starts, because that would be 5 skeins, which the yardage on that would be, I don't know, like 800 and something, which would give me a fair amount of points. And then I bought 1 skein for myself of Spun Right Round.
So pretty.
In her Tough Sock base. The colorway is Beach Combing. And I love it so much.
It's such a pretty color.
It's a good
like
color.
That was like, you had to have that one.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I love it. So this will probably be socks for me. Possibly a Musselburgh, but most likely socks. And I want to cast it on immediately.
It'd be a good Musselburgh for you.
It would be a good.
Do you even wear Musselburghs?
Yeah, when it's cold, because I walk. I usually will go on walks and wear them when I walk. But I have one. I feel like I don't need more Musselburghs for myself. Like I have the first one that I made that I love. That's for me. And then it's like, I knit myself a Lubby and a me one. And I'm like, I could give that to my sister-in-law and she would love it. Because it's her colors too. So, but I don't know what it'll be. But I love it. What'd you get at Ridge Mountain?
I got a lot. So I got this Area 51 self-striping, really, really pretty. I think it's like self-striping, but also speckled or variegated. I really have no idea what it's going to look like.
It's going to have like speckle stripes, and I love speckle stripes.
This is her Sturdy Alien base, and it's called what?
Time Warp.
Yeah, Time Warp. There we go. Time Warp. It just looks so interesting, and I think like the black stripes and gray stripes are going to be really cool.
That's fine.
When I feel like knitting again in life. I also got my Stephen West kit, which is so fun. And it's not, I hope people aren't bored by it because this isn't even my style.
Oh, they won't be.
But this is Moondrake yarn. And I got, well, I'll just show you the 3. So these 2 are the mains, these 2. And then this will be my contrast.
That's good.
It's really pretty. So this is Sand. And I got the BFL High Twist.
Fun.
Yeah. So this is Sand. This is Kelp. This kind of brownie color. And then this one is Blue Sage.
Oh, those are so pretty. That is going to be so pretty.
I think so.
Yeah.
I keep watching Stephen West like videos, and I'm like, he keeps saying like the size is gonna be kind of like the Speckle and Pop, and I'm like, that's not what I'm going for, Stephen. I need it to be way bigger than that.
Oh, I don't even know what this is. I gotta look up the Speckle and Pop.
But so I got those 5 skeins, and then I got another t-shirt quantity for my mom. This is the Honeit yarn. I call it Honeit yarn. I don't know what it's actually called. Is it Honeit yarn? Yeah. And I got it in like kind of a fade, you can see. This one's like pink, this one's pink and orange, this one's orange and yellow. And I'm going to do another summer sorrel for my mom, because she really liked my other one too, and I gave it away. Yeah. And she was like, I would have had it. And I'm like, well, I think I'll do this then. I don't know if I want to do orange up top and pink at the bottom, or pink up top and orange at the bottom, but it's really pretty.
Both
so the colors are Jelly Shoes and Neon Animal Notebook. Lisa Frank otherwise, you know. And then this one is Scrunched Socks.
Cute.
And they all have a lot of speckling in the same kind of like jewel tones. It's green and blue and like a bright gold and red. And
those are fun.
Yeah, I think it'll be really good as a fade.
It will, absolutely.
So,
love it.
Yeah, I got a lot of yarn for someone who doesn't like to knit.
Yeah, that's interesting. The only other purchase, Crinkle, my homestead fibers came in. I literally ordered this during the last podcast. And this is just my last skein for my shawl, for my twist and turn shawl. So I now have the 2 skeins of black, 2 skeins of blue, and my white as my accent. And this is in the colorway Theo. And I love it. I'm very excited about that.
Very pretty. I have 2 other purchases.
Ooh, go off.
So I got a Lisa Frank bag from Stitching Plaza.
Love it.
This is Georgianne. And it's so cute. It's very neon and bright on the outside. And this is just absolutely Lisa Frank to a T. And then it's like this like faux sparkle top. It's got the rainbows with the stars. And on the inside, it's just soft gray polka dots.
Nice.
It's really good. It's a good contrast. So, a couple people messaged me because I was like, oh my God, I'm getting that bag on Instagram. And I think Professor Pearl and one other person both custom ordered larger bags with this fabric from her. I was like, I should have done that.
Yeah.
I had already done it. So
you didn't even think to do that. You just
It's fine. I'm just really happy with this. It's a good hat bag. It's a good sock bag. It's fine. It's fine.
That's beautiful.
It is.
That's really good.
It's going to be good. I'm feeling a little bit sick.
I'm sorry, friend.
Okay. I have one other thing. It was my Hypnotic Yarnable, which I thought was going to come last time, but it didn't.
Fun.
And it is like summer.
It's so cute.
Like, what do you call it? Campfire theme?
Yeah.
So this is like a little bag / notions tin. Notions bag. Because it's not like going to fit much.
Yeah.
It's cute though. It's got little s'mores, like little sad
really
faces. Cute. and it's got 2 zippers. I don't really understand that. One of them's like huge, pockets? And then the other one's like a very small pocket. And
that could be good for notions. You could have like big stuff in the bottom and then like
or needles or something.
Yeah.
So I love the bag. I think it's super cute. S'mores theme. And then we had a s'more cookie dip kind of thing. You combine it with cream cheese and whipped cream and chill it, and it's like a dip.
Okay.
And it's like s'mores themed. So it's got chocolate, sugar. I love it. I think that's super cute. 8 ounces cream cheese, 8 ounces whipped topping, and blend it together.
Yeah.
That sounds really yummy. But the other thing that came in the mail was this marshmallow topper, and this is how it came because it's hot here, y'all. And this was obviously in the back of a truck for too long.
I've seen people's pictures of this bag all week, and they're just so cute. Yours is so ugly.
Mine is a mess, and I was so sad about it. I was like, that looks really yummy, and I want to eat it, and I can't. I think it was edible anyway. It's just my topper. So.
It went on top of like coffee or hot cocoa.
Disgusting now. But
that's
okay.
hysterical.
I don't mind.
Ooh.
But this is the yarn, yeah. So it's got a little bit of soft pink. It's called Lasts More Worry Less. And it's got brown and orange speckles. It's very like cozy and I think it's cute.
It's very cute. It looks like your mom.
It does, yes. It looks like my mom's gonna love it.
Yeah, she will when you knit it for her.
Probably a hat.
Yeah. It's a good Musselburgh. Yarnable's good Musselburgh yarn.
So that's it.
Yeah. That's all we bought. That's all we knit. That's all we started. I feel like our next podcast, the pigskin party will have started. So I'll have cast-ons probably.
I'll have cast on my shifty, most likely. I better swatch for
that. I had a bunch of people message me and ask what the pigskin party was because we talked about it and they're like, what the heck is that? It's a knit-along hosted by Boston Jen. You can look up her Ravelry group, and she has all the forums, all the discussions and stuff, and you just go to like the Start Here form and fill out the little Google form and enter your information. Then you get assigned a team, and then throughout football season, so starting on the 23rd, ending at the Super Bowl, when you finish projects, you fill out a Google form that feeds into a Google sheet to track your points based on your yardage. So like when I finish, if this sock counted for it, when I finished it, I would go in and fill in like started on this date, ended on this date, used 400 yards because that's about what's in a skein of sock yarn. And then you would like check the boxes if you get bonus points for
would you
the
say
dyer.
400 even if you only use like 70 grams?
No, I would
You have to calculate?
Yeah. I mean, I estimate. I don't calculate, like, to the yard, but it depends. Because isn't this base, like, 440?
I have no idea.
Anyway, I would estimate based on the base and what it was and get as close as I could. And then you can get your bonus points and you submit. And then, like, there are extra challenges throughout the month. So, like, last year in November, I think, if you knit any patterns from Knitty Natty, then you got double points because she was, like, the Blitz sponsor of that month. So if you knit her cozies, you get double points and things like that. So that's what Pigskin Party is. It's just tracking your numbers and, like, you have a little discussion group to talk about it in and a little friendly competition. So my team won last year, so I plan to do that again. And Christen's not on my team, so take that.
I don't think any of us are very competitive. Our team's, like, real chill and
That's
cute.
funny.
And they didn't take, like, a personality quiz or anything, but I'm with Tania from...
Oh, cool.
Yeah, what is her handle? I'll put her handle here. She's on Instagram that I know of. I don't think she has a podcast. But and then Coral, who was Tiny Knitter, and I think now she just has her name as her handle.
Yeah.
And Haley. I have, like, a few people that I alrety know
That's
that are on my team, and I'm like, yay!
I love that.
So I'm excited.
It's fun. It's just a fun way to motivate. Knit-alongs are good for me of just, like, setting goals. Like, even leading up to this, getting all this stuff that was just sitting. This hat's been ready to be finished for a month at least, and it just sat there, like, just needing the decreases. So, like, getting that stuff done.
Yeah. These are a long time ago.
Yeah, the Journey socks I started forever ago, and they were, I mean, in my defense, they were sitting in my desk as, like, backup knitting. So just getting everything off the needles is motivating. So there's still time to join. It's very fun, and you can win prizes, so that's cool.
I still have to get off needles that shawl and a sweater. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, but that's literally all I have left.
Yeah.
Is because this will be finished, this pink one, but the shawl and the sweater will not be finished. The socks probably won't be finished unless I get real crazy this week, but probably not going to happen.
Because we have, like, 5 days left. So I just have these socks and that shawl. I had one more pair of socks that I had started that I frogged. They were just, like, leftovers. So when I unfrogged those, because I wasn't feeling it, I did a pattern and I didn't like it. And then my Frank shawl I already mentioned, I frogged that. I'm not counting my Scrappy blanket because that's a long-term project. That's still in the needles. But yeah, that's all I have. So I did, Nicole, Prof Pearl, put out a tester call for her newest design that she's working on, her Read More socks, and I did sign up for that. So I don't know if I'll get that or not, but of course.
Maybe a cabled sock with duplicate stitches, and you're like,
I'm like, I'll do it. For Nicole, absolutely. And you can, if you test for it, you get, like, first dibs at the yarn for it from Kimber's Cozy Creation, which I would absolutely buy if Nicole chooses me as a tester. So I'm always down for a sock. Those are so cute. Like, they're so fun. I would love to test for her. And they're DKs. They'd be, like, fun slipper socks.
Oh, are they DK?
Yeah, they'll be fast. So, yeah, I'll probably cast those on. But her test doesn't even start till the 23rd, so it would be the Pigskin Party, too.
Yay!
Yeah. So I have all of that. I can't really think of any other knitty things. I've got life staff. We have life staff. If we want to jump on into that.
Sure.
Oh, we should draw
a winner.
We should draw first.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Sarah seems so enthusiastic about it.
So enthusiastic.
Sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull up the form and then, or the discussion. Well, I would like to. Hello. Sometimes I have to go into actual Ravelry, and that's a bummer, instead of the app. So I'm going to pull up the form and see how many posts we have in the discussion, and then I'll use a random number generator. And we have 2 prize packages. We'll insert pictures of the prizes. I didn't bring them with me. From memory, we had 2 people donate bags and then some assorted other stuff donated. So I'll put together 2 prize packs with those bags and the other things that are donated. And if we say your username in a second, then email us or send us a message on Ravelry, Instagram, whatever works. And
that was cute.
That was really, really cute. Okay. Now I have to figure out how many posts there are. Let's see. Is that it? Are there only 18? Yeah.
I think one of those is mine.
I love it. Okay. Hey Siri, pick a number between 2 and 18.
The answer is
It's at 11. Sorry, I shut it up too fast. Okay, number 11 is Mandy Von Knits.
Yay!
Mandy,
she did a cute hat.
She did a very cute, yes, good that shows. She knit this Musselburgh. So, Mandy, shoot us a message, and then let's do one more. Hey, Siri, pick a number between 2 and 18.
The answer is 10.
Right above Mandy. Who was that? Julia Wagner. Julia did journey socks. Oh my gosh, these are cute too. I love it. So Mandy Vaughn and Julia Wagner, email us, message us on Instagram, whatever. I will throw together the prize packages and get those out to you guys. Yay! So thank you everybody who bought that yarn, who knitted along, who posted or didn't post. Should we have done one on Instagram and one on... It's too late now.
It's too late now.
We should have done one on Instagram.
Nope.
But we didn't. So that's fine. It is what it is. Those are really fun. And I still have a skein left from I still have my movie knitting skein left, and I'm very excited to knit that.
Yeah, I still have mine, and it was going to be a Musselburgh, but I ripped it out last time. So I think it'll still be a Musselburgh, just a better one.
Fair enough, fair enough. I think it'll likely be a Musselburgh for me too. I almost used it in my twist and turn shawl, but changed plans there. So we'll see. Mm-hmm. That's all the knitting, I think. So we are going to get into life talk and chit chat. So if you're only here for the knitting, thanks for hanging out, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye.
But if you're here because you love us, then we have more.
Yes.
So, gosh, life in the last 2 weeks. Life since Labor Day. I feel like everything that could have gone wrong in my life has gone wrong, and my foot's asleep right now, which is a major bummer.
Yeah.
Ow. My oldest brother, I've talked on here before, but my oldest brother, who is fighting cancer right now, he has a melanoma and has been going through chemo and radiation and treatment for that. He got sick last week, a week ago today now, and we don't really know what it was, some kind of infection, and of course everything's just kind of amplified when you're on chemo. So he was hospitalized, and so this last week I was just with him like every spare second I had, which was a lot of time in the hospital and just exhausting, and he was not having a blast, obviously. So that was like majority of my time. I did knit a lot, although the hospital room was really dark, so I didn't knit on my shawl, and I just kind of, that's when I knit on my socks and finished my Musselburgh and knit this whole Sophie Scarf and like half of this one in the hospital, because they were easy enough that way. Oh, and when I started this sock in the hospital. So he's okay. He got discharged today. He's still not feeling great, but he's home at least. His fever's down. So that's what that was the biggest thing that happened in my life.
Fevers and chemo it's not good.
God, it's not good. Yeah. And the fever was gnarly too. But on the upside, unrelated to that, just good thing that happened yesterday, my niece had her 10th birthday party, and it was so fun. So I got to go to Cabot and see my family and hang out with my nieces and my nephew, and they had a big water slide and one like a big bouncy house, and my brother grilled, and all the food was delicious. So that was really good. I got to end my week with a lot of family time, and then he got to go home today. So those are both good things.
Very good.
Mm-hmm. What about you, friend? What's going on?
I literally cannot think straight because I'm just so stuffy right now. But my mom also has cancer. She was supposed to have a scan on Monday, but insurance had rejected her from getting her scan because they were like, well, you had a PET scan 3 months ago. And she's like, yeah, but my oncologist wants me to have one now. And they were like, no, you can have a CT scan. So they canceled her appointment, gave her a CT scan. Her doctor was like, no, you're going to have a PET scan. So she went back through the insurance. Insurance said, oh, you're approved for your PET scan. So then they canceled her CT scan, and she can't have her PET scan now until October 4th. So
what the heck?
That's irritating. And
that's
she's in California. So she is traveling for work, and she wanted me to go. And I was like, I don't feel good.
Yeah.
I don't want to go anywhere.
That's fair.
So, yeah, so I'm here. I'm home. I've been like sleeping a lot. Been really tired. I try to cut out a lot of caffeine in my life, and it's been really hard. So I'm down to like maybe 10 ounces of coffee a day, whereas I was having like like 40.
Yeah, I was about to say 30 or 40.
So I'm super duper tired and I just feel not myself. So that's why I have a lot less knitting mojo too.
Yeah.
But my fall allergies are kicking my ass. I just don't feel good. And I know it's nothing. Like, I don't have, like, a fever. I don't have anything like that. But I'm exhausted and I can't breathe through my nose. And I hate that. That's, like, my biggest anxiety is not breathing through my nose either. Yeah. I literally hate it. So it's been terrible.
The worst.
It's been terrible. But my mom's gone for 2 weeks. So I'm taking care of the dogs. And just, I'm working from home. I'm not going to the office this week. I'm not doing it.
Are you going
to Dallas
next weekend?
Yeah, I have to talk to Lindsay about it, but I still think I'm going.
Yeah.
I have to talk to Lindsay about it because I'm very anxious about driving there.
Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna go.
Yeah, she was talking to me about it at knit night 2 nights ago. She's like, yeah, I don't know about Christen, so I went ahead and just booked everything and just planning to go either way. But I told her, I was like, well, you'll find out when you find out. I mean,
I know it's really terrible, but she already had all of her stuff booked, so she's just wanting company. And I was like, that's cool. Like, I can go for the most part, but I started getting really anxious about the driving. So
yeah.
And I just don't feel good right now. So I'm like, I don't want to commit, and then it get worse.
Yeah.
So.
My family reunion that weekend that I was going to go to got canceled, but now I'm like, travel? Ew. Because initially I was like, I could go to Dallas, but I'm like,
Yeah, it sounds like really like fun though.
It does sound fun, but it also I'm just so wiped. Like, I had all that stuff with Nick. I barely slept. I feel like I was just up early, getting into the office so I could get work done and then get to the hospital in the afternoon. And I was there too late. And I'm glad I did it. Like, I was happy to be with him and make sure he had company and that everything was taken care of. But like all that, and then my dog had surgery last week, and she's recovering all right. She seems good. We still don't have her biopsies back, so we don't know whether or not the spots they got were cancerous, if they got everything. Just don't know what's going on, and just dealing with her and being anxious because she's just got a massive incision. But she has a follow-up Thursday. We'll see about all that, so... Just all that stuff, I'm like, I just don't want to go out of town while I feel like everything's falling apart. Yeah. And in reality, it's not. Like, things are good. Peg.
Peggy.
Say hi, Peggy.
Yeah, she's too little.
She's so cute. You
can't
see her because of the pumpkin. Peggy! Oh, look at her face.
She's cute.
She's really, really cute. Yeah, so I'm just like, Dallas feels like too much right now, especially because I'm still trying to tell myself I can go to Rhinebeck in October, even though if it weren't already paid for, I would have canceled.
Right.
Because I'm just exhausted.
Yeah.
Hello.
Same.
Hello, Peg.
And I'm still like, can't believe I'm going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, baby.
Peggy.
Hi, baby. She's pretty.
She's so cute.
Don't say anything about my dog. Unless it's good.
Only nice things
things about Peg or my mom will hunt you down.
So will Christen.
No, I call her ugly all the time and my mom gets mad.
She does.
She gets so mad.
That's hilarious. She is ugly, but in a good way.
She's so ugly, she's cute.
Yeah,
my mom
exactly.
does not like when you say that.
I think it's funny. So yeah, I'm trying to think of what else is going on in life. Let's see, it's mid-September. October's the busiest month ever, always. Ooh, I have a couple of weddings coming up, and I finally got wedding presents ordered for both of them, and I'm so excited about them.
I'm gonna do that.
They're so pretty. For my sister-in-law, I'm having my friend Kayla make her a platter, like a pottery platter with her wedding date and her and Seth's name on it. It's gonna be so pretty. And then, of course, Jess is the other one, so I'm not gonna talk about her present.
No.
But I got those taken care of. And I got my hotel booked for my sister-in-law. I need to book something for Jess for her wedding. A place to stay for her wedding.
Same.
Yeah. Well, we'll stay together. We'll book a place together.
You have Buddy.
We'll get an Airbnb or something.
And down there, really? Well, I guess in Hot Springs.
We'll figure it out. Yeah, whatever.
Buddy's driving us.
I'll kick Buddy out.
Back up.
And if Max is still weird,
baby.
Buddy's not coming.
Yeah.
Like, because if one of us has to be home, then I'm just gonna tell Buddy he's not coming, which is very likely because we'll both have to be on the weekend before that. So Buddy's probably not coming anyway. God, I just feel like so much has happened and nothing has happened at all. We've only been talking for an hour.
I'm tired.
And I feel done talking.
Yeah.
I feel like I wish I had more content for you guys.
We had a rough one. Be nice.
We're going through it. We are going through the ringer.
I was just thinking, I should have a therapy appointment soon, right?
Yeah.
Right? And
Right?
I was just like, we just were on such a good place that like I started like pushing my therapy appointments out to like 5 weeks. Where I started it was like every week, and then it was every 2 weeks. That was like years ago, you know? And then like it's been every 2 weeks for like 3 years. And then and then I started going every 3 weeks, and then I was like, I'm fine. I could do 5 weeks. And now I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not fine. So
fair enough.
I need a therapy appointment. And some more orange juice. And Krispy Kreme was out of glazed donuts.
I bet if we go back, they would have them now.
So
we could go
annoying.
get glazed donuts after this. That was so stupid. It made me mad.
That's all I wanted today. It was just a glazed donut.
We'll go get you a glazed donut.
I'm gonna sneeze. Okay.
Okay. I think we're done. Sorry for the light content. Yes. Next time Pigskin Party's gonna have started. And we're gonna have some fun stuff happening. And hope you guys enjoyed.
Hopefully we'll have talked to therapists by then, and we'll just be in a better place.
Yeah, send good vibes. We need them.
Yes, everything you got.
Thoughts, prayers, all that jazz.
Oh, if they're still doing it, V's doing a Destash.
Yes.
I'll link their Instagram below.
They're doing Destash and custom orders. They're making a bunch of like tote bags and stuff. So y'all check that out. Via's Witch Child and Stitches on Instagram. We'll link it. And they knit us. They crocheted us the float totes. And they're phenomenal. So now's the time to have something crocheted for you by V, the very talented V. Go check that out for sure. Yeah, that's all I think.
That's it. Bye.
Thanks for hanging out. Bye.
Push the button. You can do it.
I can't do
you
it.
You can do it.
I can't do it.
They're so far away. Okay, I'm gonna have to show everyone my boobs so that we can do it.
Nice.
I don't know. Maybe. A little bit. Look at Peg wants to join us.
Hello, Peg. Are we crooked?
We might be.
Does it matter?
I don't really care. Are people gonna judge us for being crooked?
Okay.
I look so different without my makeup on. Ugh. Who is she? Who's that scary old man?
Oh my gosh.
I look like a scary old man, Peggy.
Oh.